There we go. I was literally about to hit the stream button and I got a phone call straight away. Yeah, I did. Yeah, no worries. I'm just going to be catching myself up on some stuff, to be honest, because I missed... Well, I didn't miss the Pokemon announcement. I'm always ready for it now. I'm expecting it. And it's actually building up good habits. Yeah, the Pokemon news the other day. Caught it while I was in work, but haven't looked up anything specifically, so I need to catch myself up before I start playing anything. I'm learning. It's character growth. This is my arc. I'd learn to drink, I guess. What am I doing? Firstly, that music is a bit loud for me. So let's dip it down a little bit. That is... Ah, that's better. Hey, we're all here. We're getting it. Yeah, I'm just catching up with some Pokemon news. 1 second, if I go on the right screen. Here we go. Because I saw the trailers the other day, but didn't quite catch everything. And I've only seen it once, but I'm not going to make you sit through the whole trailer again. Oh, my alerts are working for Discord. Sweet. All the latest Pokemon Presents news. Let's see what's here. Double super. I love it. I still haven't implemented crit. It's so annoying. It's not like it's maybe an extra line of code. Nice. Love it. Okay, let's see. Oh, if you haven't already, get your Muse. I only remembered the other day to finally get it. So I've got my Muse on Scarlet and Violet. And also, just while we're in between things, I think... Who's got it? Pokemon Miss... If I can type mystery gifts. I think I got Fairy and Grass. Where is it? I think it's the Dexerto one. No, it might be the Eurogamer one. That's actually the good one. There's another one that you should remember to get if you haven't already got it, which is a shiny Grimmsnarl, the Tide 2022 champ code. Just free shiny there. Why not? Dark type Charizard, I'm not too bothered about. But shiny Grimmsnarl, why not? It's free. But anyway, back to the other stuff. What was I bothered about? Teal Mask. Oh, it's nice that they've got a release date, which is now giving me a deadline to get the video out for, because it's got something around the DLC which I might be able to work SEO wise, which is just nice. So September 13th is my absolute deadline, but I should be getting it done beforehand. Series is looking interesting. I'm still waiting for, I think it's Ultimate Master Journeys or something to come to Netflix, so I can actually finish watching Ash's journey. PaneyeRewind looks interesting. Where's the bits that I want to see though? No worries, like as much as you want. Like I say, it's just going to be a chill one. I don't know how long I'm going to be on today, because I do kind of want to get on with some editing as well. Pokemon Stadium 2, trading card game, Pokemon Go stuff, don't care. On Sleep, Pokemon Unite, Masters EX, Cafe Remix. What? Where's the other? Where's my DLC news? I know what I want to see. Show me what I want to see. Sizzle, Blessing, High Dragon. This makes no sense. Show me DLC news. Will it be if I click on the DLC trailer? Takes me to the slowest loading Scarlet and Violet site. Okay, here we go. All news. This is a news I wanted. Something new to enjoy mass outbreak events. Expanded story. New paradox, okay. These are the bits I haven't read into or watched any videos on. Rage and Bolt and Iron Crown. I've seen those names and pictures and thumbnails, so I've had those spoiled, but this is called Paradox Pokemon Evolved. Seems to be encountered Rage and Bolt in Treasure's area. Pokemon Scarlet and Iron Crown makes sense for Violet. Honestly, not upset with the designs. I kind of like the fact that Raiku's, or Raikou, however you want to say its head, is in the clouds. Bit weird, but kind of like it. I've only just noticed the horn change is kind of like Iron Leaves for Kabayan or Iron Crown. Is that all they've given? Not much. 2 forms of the legendary Pokemon. This is the bit that I've seen but I haven't heard anything about. So it's a form change instead of an evolution. Normal form Terrapagos and Terrestrial form. I did see this for the mask one. The mask one had a Terrestrial form, which honestly wasn't expecting, but it just kind of means everything else. Kind of like I think there was Gigantamax and Dynamax. That was it. Dynamax just seemed pointless when the others could Gigantamax, so just kind of made them feel worse, even though they're probably just slightly less powerful. It becomes clear that this recently discovered mystery Pokemon is in fact the legendary Pokemon Terrapagos in its normal form. It turns out that the form of Terrapagos was discovered in its terrestrial form. Apparently Terrapagos is capable of taking on multiple distinct appearances. So would that mean multiple distinct appearances? Yes, there's 2, but does that mean there's more per type maybe? I don't know. Training Pokemon to battle as a member of the League Club. I can guess what that is. Enter the Blueberry League. Don't care. New ways to play in the land of Katakami. Let's just see what's in here. Take photos. Just getting more fun because they gave you a selfie stick. Oh, you can finally direct the Pokemon. Oh my god, getting pictures. It's going to be so much easier. There's weird berry pot things. You'll also be able to share photos taken during union circles with other members of your group. Why not preserve lots of precious memories with your friends this way? Oh, cool. Got Pokemon Snap in the game. Legendary Pokemon Ogerpon has been discovered in its terrestrial state. This is one I was saying that I saw in the trailer that kind of flagged me to the terrestrial form thing, because it gets horns and everything. Ogerpon has recently been sighted in its terrestrial state in Hidden Treasures Area Part 1, but its appearance seems to differ from that of most other Pokemon. What sort of power does legendary Pokemon possess? They're really not given much, are they? Export Katakami on it. School trip, special event begins. That's why you needed a Mew from the event. And the Pokemon don't have their separate ones? Okay. Have these been updated? Because usually they give like a full breakdown. Nope. No sort of dex entry thing. Sad. Let's go back to this and set up the games. What game have I got in this one? If this is Diamond and Pearls and Nat, which I haven't actually transferred over the save. So I'm gonna pop Diamond and Pearl in, and then I'll crack on with hopefully getting, who was I hunting at Bronzo? Hopefully getting Shiny Bronzo. And back. And let's grab the pad. Connect it all up. And swap over to, oh, there we go. Swap over to the game. And we've got the timer already, exactly where I left off last time. So as soon as I'm into the game, let's also make it full screen for me so I can see what I'm doing. That might help. There we go. Down rappel, boot up, and go. Let's just start it from there. Why not? And people are online. I really need to. He's the same playing Baldur's Gate. I really need to play it because it's D&D adjacent, and I love anything D&D. I do need to play some like Divinity Original Sin as well. It's what I need to give a go because apparently it's the other game. Like Baldur's Gate is based off of like the base D&D universe, if I remember rightly. But Divinity Original Sin is meant to try and capture that essence, if I remember rightly. And let's, for me, get everything set up right. And we're off. I just remembered, I thought, do I make... Oh, I got rid of my counter overlay. I was going to make a counter overlay for like broken chains. To keep a mental track of that. And we're one down. We're starting off well. Yeah, I've been watching like a few like streams and video, well, catching very little bits in between video editing of like Baldur's Gate, and it seems just really interesting. And it's making me, I just need to get a new PC so badly. It's really making me want to buy one. Oh, I could really do it saving the money right now. Although part of that is me being like, I need to save money because I need a new PC, so, you know. It is feeding into itself in a good way. And then that'll mean I'll have, eventually if I get another one, I'll have a second PC, which will mean hopefully streams get better. Because I can just have a second stream PC, which means I can do whatever tax. And I can do an art stream, finally. Hey, there's Bronzo. I can do an art stream without me computer wanting to kill itself. Potentially do like motion graphic streams, which would be really interesting. Considering that is what I do professionally, so it might be interesting to watch what I do. And just a good bit of like, you'll see how much of my motion graphics work is just coding. It sounds a bit backwards. You'd think it'd be a lot of like animation and keyframes and shapes. Motion tweening, graphs. Yep, a lot of coding because I make a lot of templates. The whole notion of like put in half an hour's work to do something in the future in like 5 minutes. But if you're gonna do it enough, that 5 minutes starts like add up for the time save. Well, technically like might take you 10 minutes. Yeah, save you 5. Whatever. That's a theoretical. That time adds up over time, I guess. Okay, let's go top left corner. I haven't got the Pokeball out up. Oh, so fun story today. So getting up for work, whatever, all dressed, ready, just chilling, having a coffee before I leave. And I get a knock on the door from the person working in my garden. I'm like, all right, called up the drive. Do you need me to move it so you can get the trailer in? And he just went. First thing he said to me was like, where's my trailer? Baffled me. Because I was like, well, if you don't know. So, he's told me like Monday afternoon he was going to pop by, take it so we could empty it, whatever. I've got back from work, it's still there, but I'm like, yeah, it's probably going to pop by later. He's probably still at a job and he'll just nip by on his way back because he only lives around the corner. I get up the next morning, trailer's gone, think nothing of it, don't check the cameras. Until literally he turned up this morning to ask him where his trailer was. I was like, well, I don't know. I'm hoping because it was like kind of blocking the road that someone like rang up to move it. And I've got to like talk to the neighbours and get the cameras, but yeah, apparently someone just took a trailer full of dirt of all things. off my front drive. That's fun, even though they've been literally like cars parked up, like my neighbour's car. Like people carry a door wide open on the side, like sliding door. Open for maybe like half an hour. I saw it on my camera, thought they'd close it, got back, it was still open, and it was raining, so I closed it for them. Like, thought it was a decent area, thought you could just do stuff like that, and you'd be fine. Full-on heavy trailer full of mud, but apparently people want that more than whatever's in a car. Because people can rob trailers, but they're not smart enough to hotwire a car. Although I guess cars are more complicated nowadays than what they used to be. So yeah, interesting start to the morning to say the least. And it just means I have to wait longer to get my garden done, because he was like, well, I can't do any more work today if I don't have a trailer. I was like, yep, nope, fair enough. Not gonna argue with you on this one. Bit of a shit way to start your day. And I need to get this chain of 5. I'm hoping it's going to be first chain of the day. It's the one where we get up to 40 odd. I think I need to get to 41. Actually, I need to get the odds up. Let's see. What did I type in last time? BDSP, Bogey Radar, chain odds. There we go. Straight there, and it's on Cerebi. I just like being able to see it and like know exactly the odds for each one. So if we're on like 6 now, the next one will be like 1 in 2,849. Because technically it can pop up before 40, or it can just break the chain right there. I jinxed it by saying first chain of the day is going to be the one, didn't I? Always the fucking way. Well, first one's 1 in 4096 again. Because, you know, Shiny Charm does nothing. I'm actually going to do this glass of water pretty quick. And I haven't needed to be reminded to hydrate. It's been really warm today. I'm gonna need to jump in either a nice cool bath or a shower after this. First one? No. I'm hoping it stays day because I've got my time deliberately off, so it's a bit nicer on stream. I did try doing a bit of this, just like to get one form, because I want to get one for the challenge, but obviously for the shiny decks, I want the line. So try getting one of these off stream. I broke so many chains. Like, this is just such a stupid method. Really would have thought it would have been easier, considering people making videos on it make it look so easy. But not so easy. Like John Stone's video, he still showed the fact that chains break stupidly, but obviously it doesn't show every chain that broke. Or I'm just rarely doing something wrong. Which I don't think I am. I did figure out one little trick, which is just if you use the D-pad, it kind of locks you to the grid, so it's harder to run into the wrong patch of grass. So technically I can just, like, I can run straight past the one in front of it and then go up without risking running into the wrong patch. So I got one trick from practicing a bit off stream. But yeah, that little one trick is not going to help me keep a chain, especially when I need to just get the chain in the first place and find my 10% encounter. Battery isn't charged. Repel wore off. Everything all in one swoop. And Ponyta again. If only I was hunting Ponyta. Why couldn't I have failed a Ponyta originally? Make my life so much easy. So much easy, so much easier. English not very easy apparently. My English no very good. It's the foreign side of my family coming out apparently. I'm suddenly going to start speaking another language. It's kind of ironically like mean I don't know what I'm actually saying. Because of being half Greek, I cannot speak a... Well, that's a lie. I can speak some Greek. But I always understand more because I know enough words that I can make context of what some people are saying. But can I reply back and speak not fluently, but even just like make a... I was going to say conjugal sentence. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Tangible sentence? Whatever. Cohesive sentence. Like I said, English is not my strong suit right now. It's the end of the week, my brain's just about here. We're fully just embracing the chill vibes. And trying to get this bronzo. This one's going to be bronzo. It's going to be good stats at least. But it's going to be ponytail. God damn it. It would be nice if Ponyta didn't basically become the new Gyarados. By that I mean the shiny no one's kind of proud to have now because it's so easy to get in Legends Arceus. How many steps? 2. And a deer. I'm having no real luck on the left. Hey, how's it going, boo? Just currently hunting, well, attempting, not even hunting. We're attempting to start a chain for Shiny Bronzor. I only noticed the other day because my Twitch dashboard finally friggin' decided to tell me. It's like, oh, these people you follow also stream. I was like, oh, I'm actually kind of jealous of your setup. I'm not Donny too bad. Just kind of embracing the chill end of week vibes. And the fact that my internet was so bad yesterday. So I'm doing a makeup stream today. Yeah, seeing some of your stuff, it made me realise I need a new camera badly. But yeah, I came home yesterday and just no internet at all. And I realised, oh, my house might be set up as like smart devices everywhere. Is my timer paused now? Smart devices everywhere so I can shout it to turn lights on, turn the TV, do whatever. I've just got a Logitech C920 webcam. I've got other cameras back there, like proper DSLRs and that, but obviously they're not set up. But yeah, house is all smart, came back, no internet, it can't do anything. Honestly, it's a solid camera. I can't literally have any complaints. It's done me solid since I was back in... I want to say I got it back in college. What do you end up upgrading to? Because it does look really nice. Because I've been looking at a couple of things, but they're just a bit pricey. Considering I know cameras and they seem a bit overpriced for what they are. Like there's some solutions for the same price that will actually work a lot better. Like a Canon Power Shot and just hooking it up with that. But then there's the Insta360. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Insta360 one. With like the little swivel mount. That just seems cool. I think it's a technical side. Hey, we finally got Bronzo. Elgato basement. I'll have to have a look into that one. Because that's got the light as well. Which honestly is the other issue I deal with. Is actually getting some nice lighting. Because I've got a little light on my desk. Yeah, 4K 60. Because I go the full screen cam. Like, I think the C920, as much as I could do with better lighting. Yeah, as soon as you start getting into 4K stuff, it does get a bit expensive. I expect that, to be fair, at this point. Just thankfully I get a decent wage. Yeah, as much as lighting needs redoing. Oh, I've got to leave grass. I can saw lighting easy enough. But the camera actually can't let in light in a nice even way, because the thing with the nice camera that I want is the dynamic range. Yeah, I might do that because it's literally under, I've got like a bar light under there set up. I just need to mount it properly. It's just currently like lying on the desk, so I need to make like a DIY rig. But yeah, the dynamic range out of the camera is what I want, just so that light in the background isn't just fully blown out. Because it's a nice on-air light, it just doesn't show up well. And then it makes stuff like YouTube videos, and then, yeah, the ceiling light isn't great as well. I actually need to swap that because it's a horrible yellow. It gives me like down lights, and it's just, wait, where was I? Okay, I want to say probably that one. I need to make like a flat diffuse light one, so when I raise the desk, which actually I could do it standing up. I realised this last time. When I stand up, I just generally have a little bit more energy. Like I think I just get sleepy, honestly, when I'm sitting down. Standing up just helps a bit. Yeah, it helps that I've got a little bit of like production knowledge through like college and uni. Like it's literally what my degree is in. Yeah, realised this last time, just streaming, just it gets you in a better mood. It's so stupid. A little mental thing like standing up just makes you feel better when you're doing it. Okay, what are we on? Yeah, I'm one of the few people who did like an artsy degree actually making use of it. There's actually a joke when I used to like work in... Yeah, we're on D. Am I gonna have to go round? It's literally trapped me in. Yeah, when I used to work in McDonald's, and you just go, you got an art degree, you'll never get an art degree. It's like, oh, I will prove you wrong. I'm gonna risk this and just go for this one, because it's literally 3 patches of grass, and this one. I've got to walk into one of them. Unless I can go up. Okay. No, I can't walk past the tree. Oh, this is annoying. Because I know it's a difference of like 20%. I'm only on a chain of 3. Let's hope the chain stays. Because it's the same Pokemon. But it just means it's a 27% chance of breaking instead of 7. I think that's right. 73, yeah, 27. Quick maths. And I've got people asking about the stolen trailer from the front of my house. We're busy now. I was saying to... Oh, thank God it didn't break. But it still hasn't left me in a great position. That one's 3 away. Oh, damn it. You know what? I'm just going to try and redo it, because I know this won't break the chain if I get my steps in. Okay, thank God it's moved it. I'm not going to go for hidden ability. I've broke myself out of that little tiny area. But yeah, I was saying to Budden right at the start of the stream, like I got a random call as I was about to hit go. And that's why Bud was in the chat straight away to be like, oh, you're late. Like, okay, technically yes, but I was here. Just randomly, my cousin, who I was like best man at his wedding, just went, because I'm a terrible cousin, when's your birthday? And I was like, 14th of November, why? And he just out the blue just went, do you want to go see Queens of Stone? And I was like, oh, fuck yes. That's a stupid question. So I made up for my birthday, got tickets to go see Queens of the Stone Age and be in Manchester, I think he said. He said in the MEN, but it's one of those arenas that will forever be known as like the MEN, even though I think it's sponsored by AO at this point or whatever. It's like we've got the Echo Arena in Liverpool. That is technically the M&S Bank Arena, but to everyone in Liverpool it'll always be the Echo Arena. It'll never change. Which that's just good money spent, to be honest. The Echo sponsored that arena for a good few years, and it's forever the name. They don't even need to pay for it anymore. Solid investment. I'm wondering how long I'm gonna have to go for this shiny. I could do predictions. I know people probably haven't got many channel points because I've only recently got affiliate, but it's a good test. Could go more or less than 2 hours. What time do I need to get off? I need to do some video editing, is the annoying thing. Because I know over the weekend I'm not going to get much done. Actually, no. Yeah, in the weekend I actually can get a fair bit done. But then I'm also streaming Sunday. And I might start earlier on Sunday, depending on how much of the video I get done. Because I realised I think it's not this weekend, but the weekend after. I've got my camping trip booked for my... I say for my video day, it's the excuse. Like, oh, I can make a video and go camping at the same time. I also just want to go camping for the sake of it, because I haven't been camping in so long. Literally got my tent, sleeping bag, roll mat, stove, everything downstairs ready to go. I trip over it half the time because it is just a pile at the bottom of the stairs. I really need to start putting that stuff away, or like at least organising it somewhere out the way. I've got so much space in the living room, but I put it exactly where I walk. I'm honestly quite looking forward to it. Because it's only, I think, like, I want to say an hour and a half drive away. And I was looking up today, they've got stuff like, you can have your open fires, just pile the fire pit out, and they got kayaking nearby, and I've been kayaking in absolute years. And it's going to sound like one of the most, like, poncy things ever. But I actually really used to love doing kayak polo. Just tons of fun. So I want to get in, like, because it's the closed kayaks, the ones that you can, like, put the neoprene thing around and roll them over. It's hard to find places that just let you do that, obviously, because you don't want people just rolling themselves over and then, like, drowning when they panic and don't think they can get out. But I can do it, and I was trained to do it, and I haven't done it for absolute years, and the chains broke. I got up to 9. It still doesn't beat my best of, I think. What was it last stream? Did it get up to like 17 or 19? I'm hoping to get lucky at some point. I'm going to give some dodgy excuse. I'm gonna knock later. Just give some excuse to why I haven't done the thing that I really should have done by now. Which the honest answer is just me texting back going, I'm just lazy. Okay, let's hope I can get Bronzo quick this time. And not get stuck down by that bottom tree. Now look, what's the time on the Switch? 4 o'clock? Okay. I've got this easily for the next couple hours. Because I'm just trying to make sure it stays daytime, because I was watching back bits of the stream just to like get the timer right so it started on the exact time. And god, does it just look terrible on stream when it's night. I'm not bothered about daily events, so I just shifted the time back. How many hours is that? Like 5? And I've been recording extra bits for like B-roll for the video. which one day was just taken up all by B-roll. Because I made a stupid offhanded reference to a way I could have done something that was just terrible and slow. And the fact that it took a whole day to record B-roll just emphasizes my point that it is terrible and slow. And the annoying thing was, I spent so long just like recording it, trying to get it to happen. And then as soon as I got off and like doing bits of exercise, getting my steps in, playing on my Switch, so just like jogging on the spot with controllers. And then it happens maybe a few minutes later. I've never been more annoyed that something I was trying to get to happen happened. Because if I record it that way, it's low quality. I'm like, no, it's gonna look worse on the video. And I have production standards. At least minimums. Some things I do just kind of let slip. But considering my degree is literally... what's the technical title? It's gonna annoy me. I don't think I've got my actual degree in this room either, so I can't check. I think it's a bachelor's in editing and post-production. I think that's the technical title, so BA Hons edit and post-production. Because yes, I have letters and Hons at the end of my name. BA because I'm a Bachelor of Arts. Hons because I wrote the dissertation, so that gets me honours. And then, whenever I write my name, I obviously don't include the edit and post-production bit, because that's just the degree. I'm just a Bachelor of the Arts. Quite heavy into the Bachelor bit, because I'm so lonely. Nah, I promise. We're not going to go into that again. It's cringy as is when I do it deliberately. If I do it more than that, that's when, it's just when we gotta stop. It's when I need to take a step back and go, you're just not funny. You're talking a lot, but none of the things you're saying are funny, and then you get kind of, what do they call it? It's not self-retrospective. You start to reflect on yourself a bit too much. Get a bit too honest with yourself. And start saying things out loud that should just stay in your head. But I think that's just a symptom of also living on my own. I am the only person I get to talk to. So the only things I get to do are self-reflective or just making myself laugh and just saying stupid stuff. Like the amount of times when I'm in work, I've just kind of got to say to myself, or not to myself, to everyone around me, like, what did you just say? It's like, oh no, I'm just talking to myself. And thankfully, I'm not the only person who lives on my own in my team. So they just look and go, yeah, that happens. It's just a weird form of psychosis that develops when you live with yourself for long enough. Come on, give me bronzer. Nope. I'm starting to think I might have to do bits of this off stream. Which I really don't want to. Which is why I'm thinking on Sunday, I might try and do a longer stream. And if I've got time, I might try and pop on tomorrow. Mainly because I was doing maths the other day and I want to at least keep myself to like the 7 a month, because I feel like the basic affiliate guides aren't half bad. I don't like the fact that it's 7, like, yeah, you could just stream a week. That's kind of what they were basing it off. But if I do like 2 a week, it still only adds up to 6 in a month, 4 weeks, 2 times 4. Wait, no. I'm an idiot, you know, sometimes. 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 4 is 8. I can still keep to like 2 a week and it'd be 8. So we don't actually have to do extra, although I will for this month. Just for the sake of... Well, I could do a Thursday stream, but I'd miss a Sunday, so technically I only need to make up 1 stream. If I want to keep to the affiliate basics of like 7. Even though they don't really count now, but like I say, I just like them as a guide. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, if I miss 1 stream out of 8, I'm still at 7. Honestly, I'm not too bothered about the streaming stuff right now. If I'm in or like honest mode. I'm mainly bothered about getting this alchemy video done. Because I've really been... It's also why I didn't pop on yesterday. Like, when I said in the Discord, like, I just rarely got into the swing of editing. I haven't been in that mood of, like, I just kind of want to get home and start editing the video together. Because it's after I get past the voice recording, or the VO. Okay, so he's just saying, cool. Once I get past recording the VO, I rarely get into the edit. The scripting, I don't mind. But honestly, rarely fun. Recording the voiceover, I've got to drag myself through it. Editing, rarely fun. Takes a while, but I kind of love the nitty-gritty nature of it. Yeah, just rarely been like doing that edit at the minute. And then I'm pushing off the other edits that I got to do because I've still got the shiny living deck stuff. I've still got Bulbasaur, Caterpie, Weedle and Pidgey to do for the shorts that I've rarely been putting off. But thankfully, because I've been actually in the proper mood of editing a main video, I've learned some little tricks that will make them quicker to produce as well, hopefully. So it's all feeding into each other. It's all playing nice. Hopefully it just means I can make content faster. I hate calling it content. Content feels like a dirty word. Mainly because it's how people who just see it as numbers in a game kind of describe it as like always be making content. I was gonna try making an ABCs thing. Just didn't work. Always make content, which just it feels soulless. It just make the stuff you like. You don't have to call it content. You make videos, do challenges, phrase it any other way than create content. Because that feels like you've just went through the YouTube dashboard, went through some training bits of like this is how you get engagement. That's another one of the ways that just feels dirty. How do you even get engagement on content? On content. Just doesn't sound right, does it? But it is how the world works. And it is kind of how you have to think. But it's one of those where I think about it as much as I need to. And then I try and distance myself from it. Otherwise, it just stops getting fun. Like the fact that the Living Dex videos losing its, like, what did they call it? Traction. Like, losing a bit of its speed. If I really focus on the numbers and everything, I could really just let it demotivate me. But I don't care. I was happy with how it came out. I'm happy a ton of people watched it. That's how you have to think about it. People saying they get burnt out is because, I mean, fair enough, you do something for long enough and you enjoy it, you can still get burnt out. But I feel like they start to focus on the wrong things, which is why they get burnt out. Which is hopefully what I'm going to try and avoid. I don't really, as much as I should force myself to do more sometimes, I'm trying not to force myself to do a ton. Which is why I've only got these streams twice a week. Because I do enjoy doing them because I do get stuff done in them. It's actually a productive time. Like, the timer there, I've like done 2 hours 46 of hunting for me reclaims. And this is technically all getting footage for the next video. Hey, bronze ore finally. Which is also why I've just been, honestly, doing the alchemy video edit has been a little bit annoying because I haven't been able to get to the other shiny dex video edits. Which just means I haven't been actually shiny hunting for a bit, which I actually really want to. For the rest of the decks, because I don't want to make a huge backlog of stuff. Because as soon as the pile gets big enough as well, for me personally, it demotivates me. Like, if I see a load of work to do, I'm less likely to start it. I don't see it as like, I'll just get this one done, and then this other one. Like, there's 4 videos there, ready to start editing. / I have to make a little bit of a story to them. But that's for where if I start hunting some, in between actually editing them and doing the video and all that kind of stuff and uploading whatever, scheduling, then I could easily keep a pace with it. Let's go straight sideways. And I've got to remember to get the radar up now that I've got the chain going. Watch me get it up and I'll have broke the chain on this one. And crit cap. I'm at the hydrating habits are going well because I just looked at my empty cup going, I need to go downstairs and fill up my glass a second. Hidden ability or down here. I'm going to go down here and risk being stuck by the tree again. I'm going to hope that this chain goes long enough. I'm not going to go down and refill my glass until this chain breaks. Just so if it does break again, I get less annoyed because I actually get to go get some, go get another drink. Because so far, how many chains has it been? Is it 2 or 3 chains we broke so far? I know a couple of years are lurking. So you don't really watch it. But if anyone can tell me how many it's been. Because I'm really annoyed. I had the idea of like the chains broken thing on my drive into work this morning. And just didn't set it up because I got distracted starting the stream. I got everything up. Yeah. Just checking I had all my notifications up. Because I'm sure I missed the raid last stream. Or maybe I just didn't have it set up properly. Because I was sure I did. I literally went in and tested every variation of it. Okay, there's 5. That is going to be give me the most grass. I've not been having a ton of luck with this left side of the grass. Honestly, the side of the grass in general, the corners should be the riskier ones because there's less patches of grass for the chain to like respawn in. That was crit. Yeah, so technically the odds should be in my favour for the sides because there's just sheer more grass. But at least we're still going, we're on 6. And that's right in the middle. Literally central to the grass. As the best spot I could hope for. I need to be staring at that corner. I need to see if it breaks beforehand because I just get let down going through the catch and then having to restart it. It's demotivating, gotta get that mental side up. But, oh my god, it's so hot, I need to open this window. Well, the window's open, I need to open the window more. Probably open the blind, like there's a reason. If you hear any random sounds, I'm sorry, I guess. Hey, we're still going on 7. I'm gonna risk the bottom. Think we still got it. Hopefully I get good odds. Hopefully it comes before 40. Fingers crossed, touch. Hopefully this is wood, but it is IKEA, so it's questionable. Does cardboard count as wood? It's basically what melamine is. I've got the Pokeball Plus on my ankle just to get like the playing in and just bouncing my ankle back and forwards. Oh, I don't want to get trapped down there. I'm hoping I'm not going to get trapped, but I'm going to do this one. It's leading me in a bad way. Don't get trapped by the tree. Little anxiety from a tree. The weird things that come from Pokemon games. Especially some of it. I'm just like rooting through my head for like some of the weird anxiety-inducing things that have come from like that. Mainly the Living Dex, because I had to edit that together. So it's kind of ingrained in my mind because I have to like relive it all. And the Kecleon thing. Just trying to get a male Kecleon. I'm just trying to get male Pokemon in general. Like, you don't know how many times just playing the games casually, I'm just paranoid that I've got gender ratios wrong. And I'm like, is this Pokemon 100% female? Like, because there's some obvious ones where, like, I think it's Salandit has to be female, and that, well, has to be female to evolve. And that's a famously low gender ratio. But then there's others that can just be randomly like a Bidoof that I've only saw like 5 females in a row, and I just start to question the gender ratios. Like, some people in the comments thought like I was just doing it as a challenge for the video. It's like, nope, that is just generally how I play. And the amount of people that related to that in the comments actually surprised me as well. People saying like, oh, I do the Pokeball only thing, or like, oh, like, I do the same gender thing but with like females. I'm like, oh, I don't feel quite as weird as I did. I'm not a freak. I'm more normal. Well, or we're just both freaks. Either way, I'm not alone. It's just kind of nice, isn't it? Nice sort of confirmation that things you do aren't weird. Which isn't that what we're all looking for at the end of the day? Just don't want to be weird. Just don't want everything that people said to me. It's go, oh, I broke the feckin' chain. Well, I did say I was going to go grab a drink. Let's pause the timer. Shove the away screen on, and I'm going to go grab a glass of water and run a quick ad. So I'll catch you in a sec. Chill, bud. You have real separation anxiety anytime I leave the screen. Back now. And I realized, oh, you can see what I was doing with the overlay thing. I really need to be conscious of that. But now, because I set it up differently for me, for what I see on my screen. Okay, I mean, don't chill. It's your blood pressure. Okay, you got a little sneak peek behind the scenes to what I see. Because I change for what goes out on stream, but then on the preview is what I used to watch. Which is where I'd actually like a third screen that's just like up on my wall. Where the game runs to, rather than just like watching it through my PC. So I don't have like input lag. Do watching it through my PC. Not that the lag's an issue. Let's say when it starts buffering. But that's like goal setups when I end up redoing the whole thing. And we're back at it. Over here and starting nice and quick for me, please. Nope. Have I got L equals A on? Literally as I was drinking. I think it's hot enough that I'm just naturally actually drinking for once. And it's not a caffeine. Because I've been getting very judged in work recently because they've noticed how much I drink coffee. Because I'll have maybe... Sorry, just adjusting my audio. Not DAC thing. Yeah, it's so good to just one-hand it. But yeah, they've been judging me in work for drinking coffee, and I'll have like 3, maybe 4 coffees sometimes in a day. And yeah, it's in a big 16-ounce container, but it's still only 3-4 coffees in a day. But just heavily judged, but it's such a versatile drink. You can have a hot coffee, you can have a cold coffee. No matter what the weather, you can have one. Even if it's a hot day, sometimes you want a hot drink. And I used to think that was weird. Like, I remember judging someone heavily. Like, I went on. Yeah. I mean, I do love myself a nice hot coffee. But there's so many versions of a cold coffee. You can have your cold brew, you can have your frappe. You can just have a normal coffee but cold. Just throw some ice in it. Versatile. See, sometimes I want the stronger taste of a hot coffee. Like, cold coffee is nice if it's sweeter. Like, if you've got syrups or stuff like that. Especially when you start foaming it. But sometimes I do just want that kick of straight caffeine. But also, I don't like a super bitter roast, so it's never like that harsh of a kick. I always like a nice gold roast, so it's a bit softer. Like the coffee I buy in for myself, I'm not sure if you've got it in Canada, but Dow Egbert's Gold. That's the roaster choice. Where, oh god, when I used to live in like my mum and dad's, when I didn't restart the timer. I guess I'll just wait for a bit, let it catch up. Yeah, when I used to be with my mum and dad's, we used to get what we'd call alcaca. Which, caca in actually quite a few languages, as I found out, is just shit. Pretty much. So, just instead of Al Cafe, or whatever the brand was, it was alcaca, because they get the darkest, most bitter roast, which my dad loves. He's the only one in my family that loves that kind of like roast. But he's also the type of guy, it makes him seem a lot younger. It's weird to call my dad a guy. as odd as that sentence is. He's the type of person, that feels better, who says they like burnt toast better than normal toast. Which I'm just questioning if he's got any taste buds left, because he also has hot sauce on literally everything he has. Unless he physically can't get any kind of hot sauce, which he came around to mine once, and as much as I can do spice, like I'll throw like cayenne pepper and stuff, and it won't bother me. I throw it in more for the flavour. But the best he could do for like a hot sauce in mine, like something spicy, was... Is that plane flying literally right over the house? Sorry, plane's really loud. And there's Bronto. The best he could do was like black pepper. Which just meant that for once, like, And I was just happy because I made the food. I was like, oh, you're actually tasting it. But once he had to taste the food, because usually it's before he's even tasted it, he does the sin of either like... So, the normal thing is like, it's a sin if you go to like a restaurant or someone's made food for you. Before you even taste it and you start salting the food, sort of thing. Like, even if you know you're going to add it, you need to at least take a bite of the food and try it without being like, adding any extra seasoning. Otherwise, it's just rude to the person that's cooked it. Just shows a bit of a sign of respect that you trust that they've made it well. And then, obviously, you do the whole polite thing, like, oh yeah, that tastes great. I just prefer it with more salt, like, because that's my mum in a nutshell. I think I explained this to my mum, and she's like, oh yeah, I probably should. Because she's a salt fiend. Like, she is the type of person that will have a bag of like ready salted crisps and add salt in. To the point where recently she was like, you gotta hold me to this. I'm gonna try and not have like extra salt from now on, because I was telling her about the thing of like, I'm trying to cut down on like refined sugars. So just trying to avoid it and then like almost wean myself back into refined sugar. So I'm currently on no refined sugars, going into low sugar things. She was trying to do the same with salt and lasted maybe a week. Which, to be fair, she's good with the rest of her diet. I couldn't judge her with it, but I was just like, that's how much she loves it. Salt of all things as well though. But then again, I am the type of person that loves vinegar to the point where I will drown my food in it, and it's hard to just hold my head over my food because it just shoots up and like burns a hole in the back of your nostrils, but it tastes so good. And I love bringing this up because it gets two reactions. It's either people going, what's wrong with you? Or some people will be like, you know what, that actually seems, I'd give that a try. Really depends on the type of person you are and how you are with food textures. Because what I like to do with vinegar, when it comes to like burgers, like not just burgers, like just on their own, like the patties. Where's the 4-away one? Did it just not spawn? Oh no, it's at the top. Yeah, on the buns. I like to take the bun off, even if it's got like sauce or whatever on it. Put some vinegar on the top bun. Just try it, just so it soaks in a little bit. And then when you bite it, you get that little like acidic burst. And, oh, it's just so good. Just cuts through the grease and the good like bits like salty grease and fat and all the stuff you love about a burger, and then that acidic like spikes through. But some people just can't do with like that kind of the squish, the liquid explosion from the bun sort of thing. I can't remember where I picked it up from, but I've definitely got many judgy looks over the years. Less so now that I've actually had to sadly avoid one of the best foods in the world, bread. Because I'm like, oh, I'm slightly gluten intolerant. I should avoid it, like not to the point where it does me in, but it does not digest well. I just realised, especially recently, I was like, I've just got to avoid it, which is just really sad. Bread is so good. But the last time I had a ton of bread, I was literally like out of commission. Like I live a 5-minute drive around from my mum and dad's, and I literally had that much bread and was that bloated, I couldn't sit in the car and drive that 5 minutes. I just had to like lie down for a few hours and just deal with the literal pain. Like no position could I get comfy in. And they're like, oh, he's well fed. And later on just realised, oh no, I just really actually have not just not liking food, but like an intolerance to food. Because I was a picky kid, and I don't think I ever used like, oh, I'm allergic to this as like an excuse. But I was just a super picky kid. It's just weird that the stuff that I wasn't picky with is the stuff that I can't actually deal with now. And some stuff that I've just come to love that I don't think my body can deal with anyway. Because it's all the best things my body doesn't like to deal with. Can't deal with bread or like gluten, so that's pasta out the question as well, sadly. But then also like cow's cheese. Can't just, no. Cheese specifically. I can do milk, even though now I have a load of milk substitutes. Like I have coconut milk every day. But yeah, just can't do cheese either. And like, I say big quantities, it's like if I have a few slices of pizza, I know the next day that I've had a few slices of pizza, and so does everyone around me, so it's not just for my benefit that I try to avoid them, although pizza's so good, how can you avoid it? Sometimes it just happens to fall in your mouth and you start chewing. Yeah, just all the best stuff. And I'm gonna have healthy snacks. I'm acting like I'm sad about it. I like granola and like dried berries and stuff. It's actually really nice. I do really like it, and it seems kind of sad. Or at least sounds kind of sad when you say it out loud. But generally, some of the healthier snacks are really fucking nice. Like the fact that they've managed to make basically flapjacks but healthy. Like, gotta love a good flapjack every now and again. I'm not sure if they've got different names depending on where you are. But just oats and basically sugar or whatever you want to substitute it with in the form of a brick is heaven. If you want to keep on the weird like food tangent, welcome to my weird world of my own. It's not, I mean, I guess it is my diet, but it's not diet in the form of like I'm trying to lose weight or anything. It's just how I have to eat to feel okay. I also, I guess still on a lactose thing, but more just kind of randomly decided once when I was 14, just not going to eat chocolate anymore. Like, it's an odd time and you'd think these two things would be connected, but it was just after I had like 3 teeth removed, which wasn't to do with like them like decaying or anything. It was just to let my wisdom teeth through. But around that time I also noticed, because they were kind of trying to like nail in how I had to brush because of like what had changed in my mouth, just so I didn't do any damage to like pushing the gums down while they were healing or whatever. I noticed, I was like, oh, I'm just having a lot of chocolate, so I just randomly decided one day I'm just not gonna have chocolate anymore. And that does have caveats that I've actually gotten less over time, because I used to give myself 2 things, and that was hot chocolate and red velvet cake, which is just chocolate cake with a bit of food colouring most of the time. But if you get a good one, it's got a bit of like an acidic aftertaste. Like you can taste the fruity nature in it. Which I've got to try every one of them, just because when you get a good one, that's my favourite kind of dessert. I'm a sucker for some cake. But yeah. And then over time, because my gateway into coffee was actually a friend getting me a mocha, which if you didn't know is just a hot chocolate with a shot of espresso, pretty much. And then over time, I just took out the hot chocolate bit and then just realised like, oh, I don't really have a craving for a hot chocolate anymore. I have the craving for the actual coffee bit of the mocha. So now the only thing I have is like my caveat to not eating chocolate is red velvet cake. And I'm pretty strict with it. But also, like, I think it was, I want to say while I was away for New Year, and there was just something on the buffet that it didn't look like chocolate. So I just got it. I was like, oh, this like on the dessert counter, obviously. This white yellowy thing that had some like probably like cake crumbs or something on it. Just took a bite into it. I was like, oh, that's just straight white chocolate. And I just realised up to 13. Yeah, I was like, that's just straight white chocolate. But also, I've took a bite out of it now, and it's New Year. I'm celebrating. I'm gonna allow myself this one thing. Like, it's not the end of the world if I have chocolate. I just try my best to avoid it. I'm also obviously not trying my best to drink some damn water. Oh, coffee would be a shout right now, actually. But then I have to go off stream again, and Bud might have a heart attack. But could you deal with if I had to go and make a coffee? That is the question. I mean, you probably... what are you doing right now, Bud? Are you playing Baldur's Gate, or is it just Ray? I say that, I don't know if he's still here or not. Don't break the chain. Actually, do the same thing as I did with the water. I like my glass of water. If I break the chain and my glass of... Give it to, like, prerequisites. If I break the chain and my glass of water's empty, gotta go make yourself a coffee. Because even if it does come up to the time when I want to end the stream, I'm still going to keep on with, like, a fair bit of the edit. So I'm going to need the energy. Oh, and I just realised it is... Because I've got in the schedule to stream Wednesday, I've only just realised it's Thursday. Like, properly, like, it's sank in. I've been saying it's Thursday, but when you have that actual realisation moment, it is because tomorrow's Friday, which is my chill day in work. It's just when everyone's happy because it's coming up to the weekend, and we also have what we call Fat Friday, which is the one day a week we get to use the boss's card to order in food for everyone. It is always just a nice thing to look forward to. Although it's less, it's coming into summer, so everyone's having less of a Fat Friday. And we're not going to like McDonald's or going grabbing pizza from Costco and just splitting it between everyone. Everyone's going to like the cafe around the corner and getting like jack potato and like tuna or like salad on the side or rice boxes, and just generally trying to be healthier. Which is funny because one of the girls was, and this had happened like 2 weeks on the row. 2 weeks on the row, 2 weeks on the run. She'd just been sitting there and she said to me like, I hope we're just going somewhere. How did she phrase it? Because it was really funny. I think she said, I just want shit food, basically. And 2 weeks on the run. So there's a place around the corner. I'm just going to call it cafe just in case you're going to like, I don't know. I don't think there's many cafes with the name of the cafe around the corner. And broke the chain at 18. Yay. Eventually I will get this. It's like, we're going to the cafe. What does everyone want? And I just heard her this third week go, oh. And she was adamant this week that she's like, I just want to go somewhere shit. And we ended up going to McDonald's, which isn't the worst of places to go. You can't get healthy-ish food. It's McDonald's. It's all in perspective, but healthy for McDonald's. Like, stood up out of a chair, went to the girl who usually goes to pick up the food and like organises it all and takes everyone's orders, and just went, do we have to go there? I just want something shit. And you've got to imagine this, and I don't want to do like any offensive accent stereotypes, but this is a Bulgarian girl doing this. Like a pretty strong, like speaking English but strong Bulgarian accent that I can't quite nail. There's only a couple words that I can nail from her accent. Mainly stuff that she obviously says to me that I pay attention to, but she's just like, no. I hear that one a lot. It's either surprise or like a, no, we shouldn't do that. When I've just thought something's funny and I'll say it off the cuff and she hasn't quite got that I'm being sarcastic. And sometimes I'll egg her on just because it's more fun. Okay, this chain if I break it, because the glass is just emptied. If I break this one, I'm going to go grab a coffee. I've hit the point of insanity. It's act time. I think I said this last stream. It gets to about like 10 o'clock and I just get to a point of insanity. And I know I'm at the point of insanity because I'm just singing along with the background music. And not the background music that I realise I've left on for like an hour 15. That honestly, I might leave on and just turn the game music off. It's actually been like keeping me going. I haven't even realised. Where is it? Background music. Oh, no. I was changing the frame. I don't want to change the frame. And let's actually turn up the music. Nope, not turn it off. Up. Set it to like 20. Yeah, close enough. It only took me an hour to realise the music was still on. Oh, and I gotta click into OBS. Like we learned last stream as well, so I don't get like 5 frames a second. Is that too loud? Is it overpowered? No, that's fine. Judging it off like the grass sound, is like, is this quiet sound supposed to be louder? No. Don't be stupid. The quiet sound is not supposed to be louder. I must have like saved right at the end of this rappel. Like I must have. I mean, I was doing something because you can see like bronzors at 7 at the top. Must have literally just failed a chain and saved. I love that emote. I forget what it is. Pop friend, yes. Elden. Oh, that's another game I need to play. Because I only realised this was a few days ago because I've been watching some Elden Ring stuff. I started on maybe the worst of like the Souls series. Because I started on apparently Dark Souls 2, worst Souls game to start on. And apparently you either want to just go from game 1, start on number 3 because apparently 2 just got like really slow and cumbersome, or just go straight into what people consider apparently the best, being Bloodborne. Apparently no one recommends starting on Elden Ring, but I don't know if that's just because it was new or like the newest. Because I love the worlds of the Souls games. I just never really... I think I was scarred by Dark Souls 2 being as janky as it was. And especially because I didn't do any like research going into it. I honestly, I didn't fully pay attention to the tutorial section. So I think I was probably using the wrong weapons for what it was scaling with, because apparently weapons scale with different stats. Didn't know that when I first played it. I know that now. Although then again, I've got so many other games to get to. Like I can't just be going to like adding new games to that list, because I've still got what did I buy most recently that I haven't played? probably... Actually, it's probably on the Switch. Let's go. Mega Man Battle Network Collection. Bought them and still haven't played through any of it. I don't know why. Oh no, actually most recently, although I have actually played some of it, I haven't played any of Battle Network. I mainly got that for like nostalgia because I like the Battle Networks when I was younger. I just can't remember any of the stories. But Tears of the Kingdom is a game that I haven't actually finished. Surprisingly enough, because I loved Breath of the Wild originally and just powered through that game. I actually powered through it all handheld as well. Mainly because I was in uni and didn't have like a TV in my room and didn't want to set up my Switch downstairs in the living room. So just did it all handheld. But yeah, I think I've only done one of not the shrines. I'm gonna say dungeons, but you know what I mean. Divine Beasts, I want to say. No. See, this is how little I've played. I can't actually remember. They're not Divine Beasts, I don't think. But it's the first like Rito dungeon. Which I thought it was an interesting way, like, to swap the powers. The fact that you have little ghosts following you around the whole game. Little odd. I just got like so many ideas that I've been like following up on. I haven't actually finished the story, although I really should. It would be a nice little mental break from Pokemon game after Pokemon game after Pokemon game. And when I'm not playing Pokemon games, I'm editing Pokemon videos. When I'm not doing that, I'm in work. So it's not exactly a shut off. And I'm kind of thinking about what I want to do challenge-wise. Just like, hopefully when I go camping at the end of the month, as much as I'm going to be doing a challenge, depending on how hard I want to make it for myself, I get a shiny quickly and I get to enjoy the rest of the camping trip and just shut off for a bit. Because God knows I need it. And I learned the other day, I accidentally booked a long weekend. Because I booked it for like the end of the month. It's like just booked a Friday so I could head down the Friday, I've got all the Saturday and then drive back Sunday. I didn't realise I also had like a bank holiday Monday for that week. So I was like, oh, just got a really long chill weekend. Just out the blue. Let's go hit the ability and see. And it's the bronzer. It was a good thing that I randomly went for the hidden ability one. Yeah, I was made up with that. It also means I'm, depending on how it goes, well, I'll probably be backing up a load of footage from that trip. But it means I won't have to stress about that and then getting back to work on the Monday. I get the long lie-in the day after, especially from a lot of travel and like tearing down all like the tents and everything. And I'm taking hammocks and stuff. So hopefully it's going to be a really relaxed one. If I can find a nice set of trees to just string the hammock up, get the tarp over, oh, it's going to be so good. The area looks really nice, got some nice streams, some nice forest bits, lakes. It's near, apparently, Snowdonia. And like I was saying, it's got kayaking and all stuff like that. I'm looking forward to. And I think since I got my new car, it'll actually be the first, well, no, for work I've done a fair bit of driving. But the first, like, decent drive that'll actually be put on it. Doing the speed limit, obviously, because I'm a safe driver. / having the speed limiter setting to where it screams at me that I'm going over the speed limit, set to 80. So it'll only warn me when the speed cameras will start flashing at me. Which if it gets to that point, it's bad. But sometimes you gotta do it. Sometimes people are being idiots on the road in front of you and it's actually more dangerous to stay behind them. Which is actually how I had my first car accident. There's a guy in a white van swerved almost into the rail. Or like the central reservation with like the metal barrier. Swerved and then came back in. Person behind them slammed on, and then I went into the back of them. Like, I slammed on as well, but less time. So just a note, sometimes it's more dangerous to stay behind someone than it is to speed past them. Just obviously use discretion. It's not an excuse to speed. Or I might just be using it as an excuse to speed sometimes. I have definitely done that. By man, not an excuse to speed, but I have had to be a dick and overtake some people a couple times because they're just being idiots on the road. And like I say, I don't like being behind them. So there's a little road by mine that like I have to use pretty much to get between mine and my mum's. And you get what I can only describe as like old people drivers. Like sometimes it's not. Sometimes they're actually pretty young. But they'll be going down this road at like 10, 15 mile an hour. And yes, it's a residential road and doing 20, but it's empty. But that I can deal with. I'll stay behind someone doing the speed limit. But then when it comes to the going over the speed bumps, which I don't know if they have in every country, thinking about it now. But instead of like one big speed bump, it's one of the little hump speed bumps in the middle of the road that you can kind of like put your two tyres over the side so they're a bit lower. And it just forces you to stay in a lane. And this person the other day was slowing down to like 5 mile an hour. Not to go over one of them, to deliberately line the tyres up with the highest point of each of the bumps, because there's one in the lane, one in the middle where the lines are, and then one in the other lane. So you got one lane going one way, one lane coming at you. So they're deliberately putting themselves right to the centre of the road over the highest point. Like, one, that's doing your suspension in. Two, if you weren't doing it the way you were, you could go over the speed bump at least 10 mile an hour. So it actually wound me up enough that I just did that dick move where I just like dipped into a lower gear, revved right up and just like shot past them. Cause I can't deal with people being that stupid. Because they had to pass the same driving test I did. Admittedly, yeah, it gets slightly different. If someone's older, they would have had to pass a slightly different test, but you get what I mean. We've all had to pass a test to be able to drive at some point. But somehow, we have very different standards of driving. Like, yeah, I dropped some of the little things you get taught to do before you sit the driving test. But those are things like always having... Wait. Oh no, that's not a shiny patch. That's fine. Like, yeah, now I don't have two hands on the wheel at all time, because sometimes that's a little bit more dangerous, and it's just more relaxing to have like one hand on or near the gear stick and one hand on the wheel. And sometimes if you're on the motorway and cruise control's on, sometimes it's no hands on the wheel and you just got a knee holding it in place and one hand ready to grab the wheel. Because sometimes it's just nice and you've got your arm out the window and it's a nice hot day and you're getting the trucker's tan where one arm has a nice tan and the other one's like white as. I want to go down at the bottom here. I'm at 8. I'm actually kind of hoping to break this chain now. Because I do really want a coffee. And yes, I might have an addiction. There's a reason the coffee is the animated emote. Which that does remind me, I still need to actually make that like tier 3 dashboard emote. I just actually haven't had time to get around to it. I need to do the hydrate emote and the dashboard emote. Because I've still got some slots on tier 1. And have I actually updated the stream? Thinking about it. If I go on that and go to the channel, Because we got also the Pride emote. Got what did they call it? Verified, I guess. It's not exactly the word I'm looking for, but you know what I mean. But I don't think on the panels down below that I've ungraded out, and it's actually dipped into dusk. And that this is gonna give me feedback. It's mute. There we go. And pause the stream. Catch this Bronzor, which is looking slowly closer to a shiny Bronzor in this light. I feel like that happens in a few games. The dusk makes it look like a shiny form, because it happens with Starly a lot. Let's go down. Yeah, Pride's still grayed out, but technically you can use Pride. Which I'm just happy with. In fact, like that took a while. I think usually they say like a day to 3 days or something for them to be reviewed. That's what I was looking for. And honestly, I haven't had many more ideas. Like, I feel like I've got more emote slots and I know what to do with, but that's just because I feel like I haven't streamed enough. Which is my own problem. I need to stream more. That's one of the things I was actually thinking about. Like, I think about it every so often. I was like, what if I was a full-time kind of content creator? How would my day work out, sort of thing? Like, what would I do? And generally, I don't know, because I feel like if you do live stuff, it does need to be generally entertaining. Like, you can do some stuff that isn't, like bits like the setup for like challenges and stuff like that are actually kind of interesting to see the behind the scenes. But I couldn't exactly just like be working on a video on stream, because that does ruin like the whole video sort of thing. It's just interesting to think about, because it's obviously not going to happen anytime soon. This is nowhere near replacing my salary. And honestly, it'd be a big decision for me if it did come to like, if I ever had to, like, the option to be a full-time content creator. Again, content feels dirty thinking about it now. Because I don't know if I fully gel with that mindset. I feel like I'd never go full-time. I'd maybe just like split it, like have 2 very part-time jobs if it ever got to that point. Just part-time creator, part-time salary sort of thing. Because it obviously, when I was younger, because I grew up in the like machinima days of like, I want to be partnered with machinima, that just seems amazing, sort of like days of YouTube. I'm very different to how I was. Oh, and we can just get rid of that. Oh, where's my mod? No. Where's my mod shit? There it is. How is... Oh, there it is. It's at the bottom. Banned. We don't want any of that crap in chat. Please and no. Like, I have to wonder if that ever works for any of those accounts. Like, unless it's just either very shallow people or like predatory on like... I'm going to say kids that stream, although technically kids aren't allowed to stream. We obviously know there's some kids on the site that do. Unless maybe they're on there and they just drop into their chats. But that surely can never work. Because at the end of the day, you need someone responsible enough to have a bank account. Who's just gone live? Because that isn't my own chat. Oh, Tempe's gone live. How long? 1:36. I do want to hit a nice round 2 hour mark. Because I feel... Okay. Let's just actually mess with predictions. No, I can't. Unless... I've just got to not hit enter and it won't mess up the timer. What we will predict. Okay, before... I get I'm really being super conscious to not hit enter. Let's just see how these work. Let's just shove it to that. Because it's my first time actually messing with those. And the time is still going. I was very conscious to not hit enter. Because I wasn't smart enough after the last stream to reset up those hotkeys. And I just realised the chain's still going. Can I predict on my own poll? Okay, that just makes sense. The fact that I can't predict on my own poll. Oh wait, no. I think it's letting me. I mean, you've got more hope in me than I do. Because right now, I think I'm just going to break more chains before the end. I mean, that's probably definite. Although, I don't want to jinx it. I'm just going to say yes. That is a horsefly that's just flew into it. That's what I get for having the window open. Where's it gone? Now I'm like on edge. Because there's just a random horsefly going around the room. Not that I'm scared of it. It's more I just like knowing where they are. Same with spiders. I'm not exactly scared of them. I just like knowing where they are. If I can see them, they can't sneak up on me. That one's actually the best. It's flew behind the monitor, so I've got no idea where it is. Did it actually? Oh, never mind. I know where it is. I can see it. It's landed in the gap behind the desk. I don't like killing spiders or like flies or anything. I'm more likely to just like catch them in a glass and throw them out. I'm just thinking, let's say roughly it's going to be around like 2 hours, 20 minutes. What am I at chain wise? 18. I might be able to get to a decent amount. Because I've just got to get it up around 40 and then I can just keep resetting. Oh, and what are my odds? I haven't checked the odds in a bit. Technically, the odds for... Let's just catch this first. I can't remember if I'm at like 19 or 20. That's a great catch at least. I'm at moment of truth 19, so technically 1 in 1872. Oh, I can't vote on my poll because I don't have any channel points for my own channel. Because I don't think it counts in the stream dashboard. Any, like, the fact that I'm viewing my own stream. Okay, let's just click off that so I can actually see chat. Okay, next one, 1820. At what point do these dip below? It's 36. They start dipping below 1 in 1,000. Which I'm not gonna reverse psychology. I'm just gonna say we're probably not gonna get to 40. And I'm definitely not hoping that I'm not lying to you. This is the other thing that videos with like PokeRadar stuff does not emphasize to you, is how long it actually takes to get up to a chain of 40, even if you are doing just like, even if it's just one chain, it takes so long to get from 1 to 40. That's central. I think that's best. Next one is going to be 1 in 1724. They barely get exponential towards the end, Jesus Christ. Because like a 30, it's 1 in 1310. 33, 1 in 1236. 35, 1 in 1192. 38, or like 36, 1 in 993. 37, 1 in 799. 38, 1 in 400. 39, 1 in 200. And 40 plus 1 in 99. Like, it just gets exponential towards the end, which is ridiculous. Oh. Pleasantly surprised. I'm expecting this to end at any point. It's letting me choose the outcome. And technically I can't do it until I stop the timer. Even if I just briefly pause it. I can take a solid guess and just do the outcome as no. But don't feel like it's fair. And this isn't staying in the ball. So either it's being just deciding to be a pain with the RNG, or it's actually got pretty decent stats, but I don't think it did. I wasn't looking, to be fair. I don't think it did the little face animation, like the dramatic rotate around the face at the start of the battle. Okay, and this one. This one. The shiny can't come sooner because I'm actually getting sick of just seeing just Bronzor doing its long ass animation, and just these games wear on me really quick. Like I like shiny hunt in most games. I just have a very short tether for these games apparently. Because Let's Go, of all games, like, it's definitely not one of my favourites in the series, but I love shiny hunting in it. It's actually really fun. This, whether it's Masuda method or the PokeRadar, they're just not super fun methods to hunt. Especially the fact that the shiny charm just doesn't work, so it just makes it even worse. I mean, it does for Masuda method technically. Not technically, it actually works for Masuda method. It's the only method it does work for. Annoyingly. Even after I did the prep for like, I think I spent 2-3 days playing through Pearl for the Safari Week stream, so I had the shiny charm on that account. Just for it to not count for random encounters. But it's fine, it's not a bug. The code deliberately doesn't check. Even though it definitely should. Like, the code is acting how it should. But it's a bug because they definitely didn't intend that. They definitely intended it to work for more than just a Masuda method. And it's probably only included in the Masuda method to like up the rates. Because like one of the main devs, like probably Junichi Masuda, came in. I was like, maybe you should just, you know, implement this because it's been a staple of the series since it was introduced back in, I want to say it was like Gen 3. It's either Gen 3 or Gen 4. Can't actually remember when the Masuda method was implemented properly. Maybe Gen 4. Because I don't think you could get a foreign ditto in Gen 3. Like, you technically could if it had a different name and it was in a different language, but I don't know if they were tracking that stuff. But it was definitely a big thing for Gen 4. Let's do this one. I wish I could do this and just like noodle on the guitar in the background. I need to pay enough attention to the grass that I can't just noodle along on the guitar. Which is one of the more annoying things, because at least, well, the Let's Go one I have to pay enough attention to as well. Sword and Shield, I was actually like about to fall asleep twice when I found Shiny Wooloo. Because I'd look, I'd run into Wooloo, and then if I ran to something else, I'd just run, and I could mindlessly do it. I'd just have to like listen to the right cry. You're not specifically trying to pay attention to a shiny, how it looks. In Arceus, you have to pay enough attention to just fly around and not go into a wall, pretty much. You gotta navigate. Are there any games that you can just Sun and Moon, you can actually mindlessly do. Yeah, I think Sun and Moon was the only one you could actually mindlessly hunt with the SOS method. Unless I'm forgetting one. Which is also why it's probably one of my favourites. Like, retrospectively thinking, started hunting in those games. Glass is empty right now. I'll have to pop down in a minute. I'm up to 30. 1 in 30 and 10 technically. If this chain breaks, or if I get up to 40, I'm going to go down and make myself a coffee. Don't run from it. Don't be dumb. I mean, technically, actually, I go fill up the glass. It's stupid. I need to keep the good habits. Again, gonna go fill up my glass. And also turn off that stuff, turn off the cam. Make sure I go to the right screen this time. And run a quick ad. So I'll be back in a sec. drinking. It was a really chill vibe, this stream. I'm actually kind of enjoying it. Just mindlessly chatting crap for a bit. And cracking on with the hunt. I'll have coffee as a treat if I end up getting to 40. It's going to be my motivation. Okay, I'm all set up right. Let's go. It's going to be my treat. And myself a nice vanilla coffee is. If we get to 40, which I have no power over. Just going to be a celebration if I do. Yeah, I'm on 30. So technically, if it keeps going... Well, I don't know how these odds work, if it's the one I'm on or the one I'm going into. But 1 in 1310. I'm way below 1 in 2000. Less than half odds by a mile. 4096, I think I'm shooting... No, I'm over a quarter odds. I was wondering, what's that little one? Oh, it's a prediction. I've been seeing those little like ones and everything in chat, like other people's chats. I'm just wondering what they are because I can't hover over them on mobile. Didn't realise they introduced them as like little chat badges. Okay, hopefully I didn't check if the chain ended. Is it me or is the timer going really, like, skipping? Yeah, if it's not focused, it starts skipping. Which apparently is something to do with Windows game mode that I might need to fix. Although my CPU is also pegged to hell. Same as last stream, but at least I can keep the gameplay at like a consistent frame rate. The timer just needs to roughly tell me when. Because I can pause it accurately at least. That's the only bit I'm bothered about. As long as the timer works like a timer and when I stop it, it tells me the time. That's all it needs to do. And a rough estimation of how long I've been going. Which is horrible for someone like me. Because I will clock watch like a hawk. Ooh, I got to another rappel. To the point where when I used to work at McDonald's, I used to like just take the stickers. When you see like the orders in the screen coming in, and I'd put the sticker over the clock. And other people who'd swap into my station would take it off because they needed to know roughly what time it was. But I just constantly stare at going, that's 2 minutes gone, 3 minutes gone, and just be very conscious of how long I was there. Mainly on quieter days, or I say quieter days, quieter in terms of social days, like when people who I didn't particularly get on with super well were in, so we couldn't just like randomly have a chat or some banter about stuff we'd watched or stuff that had happened, games we played or kind of crap like that. Still no shiny patches, so we just like clock watch like a bastard. Then days when those people wearing, they flew. This is like the point where someone goes, "Oh, do you want to go in your break?" You go, "Oh, it's only been 4 hours. Yeah, I'll go." Thankfully, music just went for a second. Thankfully, once I got a proper job outside of retail. Happen less, but it's happening more nowadays, so gotta figure out why. Am I mentally ill? Yes, probably. But that's besides the point. I'd say I'm mentally ill most of the time, and you'd probably be right. What number am I up to? I'm watching the clock and not watching the chain number, which is ridiculous. It should be backwards. But for some reason I think in my mind, if I don't look at the chain number, then the chain seems to be going better. Which is why I noticed the timer going really slow. 36. It's getting... Yeah, you know what, Ray? I don't want to jinx it, but you might have been right on that prediction. This is dip below 1,000. After this, it's 1 in 993. I don't want to get excited, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of am. Because I feel like the moment to do it, I'd just be let down even more, but that might just be something I need to go to therapy for. Am I sharing too much? Do I need to lower the desk and lie down on a couch? That was a great catch. Do we need to go back to like the other day therapy stream? We'll reverse roles. What's wrong with you? Any issues? How's the family? I don't know. Just chatting shit at this point, really. I'm chatting shit to the point where my throat's actually really drying out. And a nice hot drink would do me good. I really need to fix my font. Just looking at the fours overlapping. Don't want to get excited. Really don't want to get excited. But it is getting really close. Like stupidly close. Technically the odds are right down now. Like I think 38, 1 in 400. If it keeps going, and I hate talking about to keep going because I feel like I'm jinxing it, it actually dips below, I think, Scarlet and Violet odds. I don't want to look. I really don't. I feel like it's going to break. No, it's still there. Please. Just please. It's got good stats. Please. If this keeps going, all I've technically got to do is just keep the max repel up and resetting it until I get a shiny patch. And I've got 500 Pokeballs. I could do this all day. They can't run like they can in Let's Go, so I have less of that stress. My Electivire is level 100 and I've got a level 100 team, I think. Well, nearly level 100. Luxray's 98. Magnezone's 89. Wow, you can really tell what ones on my team I like more. And the fact that Electivire is one of my favourite Pokemon. Oh my god, I got to it. Reset. And then I've just got to make sure not to run into any. We're actually at the point that I've been trying to get to for the last 2 streams. I just need to keep an eye out for shiny patches. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how to react now. I'm just kind of silent because I didn't expect it to actually get to 40. And how long have we been going? 2 hours on the dot. I feel I can't end now, can I? I need to get a shiny patch. How many steps is it to reset? If I do it now, it'll tell me the max. 50 steps. Can I get it in the next 2 minutes? Before 4 hours of actually doing it. I'm really bad at counting these steps. Technically it's 10 steps. If I go up and down. Just keep that in mind. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should be about 50. Line myself up central. No shiny so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just so focused on not messing this up. 3, 4, 5. Up 1. How is not charged? 8 steps. That's a lie. Oh, the D-pad messed up. No shiny patches. I'm being real careful now that I know the D-pad can mess up. Come on, sometime soon. It's right there. I can taste it. I can taste the aged copper. The oxidized copper of shiny Bronzor. It'll evolve and be my reclaim of shiny Bronzor. Come to me. This next one will be my last one before we hit 4 hours. Nope. I haven't hit it before 4 hours. Oh, see what I mean by the D-pad? I've just been hitting up and down and for some reason it just shot left. I'm tempted to swap to my other one. To my 8-bit do controller. Just because this Pro controller will mess up because it's the one I've made modifications to. So I feel like the memory might be a bit messed up. Come on. This is also the bit they don't show you in the videos. The bit when they actually get to the counter and they're just resetting constantly. No, oh. I'm going to try not to go all the way to the end, just in case my pad messes up. I feel like I've got enough repels to do this cleanly. The nice thing is the fact that I've got to do all these steps to reset. I'm getting a chance to double check that none of the patches I'm seeing are shiny patches. Okay, that's dangerous. Just try not to go all the way to the end. And I'm just going to burn through the repels. If it happens, it happens, and I've lost it. I'm just going to have to deal. I don't want to check my bag just in case it messes with it. I know going into the boxes doesn't, but I don't know if the bag does. And I don't want to risk it. We're too close. for a 1 in 99 odds. Yes! Oh, it's so satisfying. It's right there. It's a shiny patch. We're gonna walk in. And there it is. Oh, it's a reclaim. It's a reclaim. It's the first of them. Oh, I'm so happy. It was an ordeal trying to get to 40. And we don't have to worry about it being male or anything. It's genderless. Launching the ball at it. And it's not going to stay in. Oh, I didn't think I'd be this excited. But I also didn't think PaneyeRewind hunting would take this long. But we got Bronzor. Do I go for a second one for the line? I mean, technically a reclaim, so I can stop. But I'm gonna keep going. And there's another one straight away. The line is there. There's 2 in a row. I've got the line. That was just gonna be. This is for the shiny decks, I guess. I'm not actually bothered about continuing the chain now. Unless I just want one for this game. Do I get a third? Do I just see how far this goes? Do I just get a third one just to use on this team? As like a little homage. Homage. Also, names. Because I might just call one Diamond as a little reference to the fact that it was the reclaim from a Diamond save. It's weird now, there's no stress. Yeah, I need an extra name. I don't know what to go with. Do I just call him Copper? I don't actually mind the name Copper. At this point, to be fair, I've got the line. I'm going to pause it. Because it'll be moving on to the next game. I've got enough for the line. And that'll be a next stream thing. What's the next one I'm going to do? Because technically, if I go chronologically, I'll probably do... It'd be catch combos and Let's Go. Either way. So probably be Diglett. Which is not going to spawn a ton in Diglett Cave, as we found out last time. But 4 hours and 5 minutes to get a shiny Bronzor. As opposed to... Do I just do a comparison at the end? It would be a funny way to end off the video. If I just do a comparison of shiny hunting... Oh, excuse me. Bronzor into Scarlet and Violet. Just be like, oh, there's like 5 in half an hour. As opposed to 2 in 4 hours 5 minutes. I'm surprised I got them back to back, to be fair. Oh, I'm so happy. It's cathartic because I'm closer to being able to have another video ready to go. Which just means I'm closer to being able to edit another video. Because there was a reason I specifically went to uni for editing and post-production. And just because in general I find it fun. It's a very weird form of like it's a creative outlet, but it's also problem solving. It's like, I want to make something do this or look a certain way. How do I do it? And a lot of the time it's finding that weird effect or being able to code something in a certain way or layer things differently. Because a lot of video editing is just being able to layer it in an interesting way. But yeah, I'm looking forward. I might even I might try something different. I might try editing the video in chunks for this one, depending on how far I get between the alchemy video and by the time I finish this on stream. But I'll at least try scripting it in bits. I won't wait till I finish the whole thing. At this point, I'm just kind of riding the high. It's like, just give me another shiny. Make up for all the shinies that I've missed. All the shinies that I could have got in Scarlet and Violet, give me them now. Because I know as soon as I save this, which, to be fair, should probably save now. Just think I would have closed the game without saving and lost both of them. Would have still had the footage. Video would have been fine, but I would have missed them. And then technically I wouldn't be able to add them to my shiny decks. And I would have to hunt them in this game again. For the sake of I want to do them origin wise. That's how you count to 5 in Greek. Hola, mi amigo. That's hello, my friend, in Spanish. For some reason I was speaking in Greek and decided to do a Dora the Explorer thing. And then just instantly went full on Dora the Explorer and started speaking Spanish. One more. I need to ride this high. What time is it? At most I'll let it get to like 11 o'clock. I just want one more in this game. Because also, if you haven't noticed with my team, they're all electric types. I want the first Pokemon in my team to break the electric monotype sort of thing to be Bronzong. Gonna be my little shiny hunting companion. What moves does Bronzong learn actually? Because I feel like, well, it probably learns Hypnosis and stuff like that, I'd assume. It'd probably make a half decent like catching buddy. Obviously no false swipe or anything. But it might be able to learn block and stuff like that. So well, I haven't got roamers in this game. Yes, I don't think. I think I've caught every legendary. But I could always move it to a different saver BDSP. Like move it to probably my saver Shan and Pearl, because I think I've still got all the legendaries to catch in that. Use it to catch roamers if it's got block. Okay, it's getting a bit dull now. I am thinking I might have to get off. Oh, and also, I just realised I can choose the outcome. There we go. Complete prediction. You guessed right. We got more than just one shiny. This is what I get for not having faith in myself. Which isn't a good lesson. I didn't have faith in myself and then I got the shiny. But maybe it's just a case of you have to have faith in me and I'll get them. Did that just freak out? Okay, I feel like attention is waning for me. I'm going to do one last check and then I think I'm done for the stream. Yeah, I think that's me done. Into the menu. Into this. I'm back to the main screen. Alright. Well. Productive stream it was. And so far, I think every stream so far we found a shiny. Whether it's the ones I want or not, we've managed to find a shiny and I'm happy with that. So, I guess, yeah. I may pop on at some point tomorrow if I have time. / the energy after work. If not, I'll definitely be on Sunday. And yeah, that's about it. Cheers for popping by, and I'll catch you soon. If I don't catch you in Discord before Sunday, see you Sunday. Boop. And I was about to transition. I'm still terrible at ending streams. I will get better at this at some point. I was about to transition to a starting soon screen. See you in a bit.